Can you talk to us about, you are right though, because when you first started with the side note, just everybody context, when he first started with this, they were all like, him and his, basically his whole team was like, yo, we just want all the age. So they were sweeping up the age to the point where, just so you guys know about this, we had to tell them to stop buying age leads because they were just going crazy. We're like, bro, we don't got infinite age leads. But we then had that conversation about you transitioning into high intent leads. And I know that's been a mindset switch for you and your guys. Like we're now kind of getting through that, and now where people are really understanding like the value in it and how you've even seen with your sheet leads from 2 months ago that didn't pick up. You got your own age leads, so I think you're seeing the value in it. But can you walk us through like just the difference between the two? Because it is hard for somebody to go like, yo, I'm dropping a few $100s and making 10, 15 bands. Now I gotta drop, this and make less. But can you walk us through just like you talked about the time, but what
Yeah.
else have you seen in value in working, aged and fresh leads and, more importantly, kind of the fresh and the transition?
More conversations for sure. Definitely more conversations. Like when you're calling age, you got to be definitely quick on your feet. And like sometimes, like, yes, for a new agent, you definitely want them to go through that as well to like, go through the trenches per se, right? But also like giving, not if, well, I'll speak on behalf of myself, I would say for first is high intent, it's better conversations. Like they're actually willing to talk to you. With age, it's like, hey, you got to be super quick on the phone or even be different. It's like I'll just start creating like I just say anything just to start to open them up so they can tell me how much coverage they have. But most of the people that have high intent, or excuse me, most of the people that are filling out the requests, for high intent leads or the purchasing, I'm purchasing high intent leads, and the people that are just filling those out right then and there, I call them and we're just having a conversation. Most of them don't have coverage, and I wouldn't say it's easier, but it's more simple to sell them because most of the time they don't have coverage and they know that they need it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Compared to an age lead, it's like an age lead, you got to know how to sell somebody with coverage. Like with a high intent lead, most of them don't have coverage, so now it's really as simple as just creating a problem and just giving them the solution.
Got you. Got you. So I want to transition now into like your script and not necessarily like we don't have to go through the whole thing, but I'm very big on like mindset and little hacks. Can you walk us through just like a high level overview of like, okay, in the intro, here's kind of what I say, here's why I say it. All right, this is how I, present the value, pitch, close. For like an agent that literally, and this is the frame I want you to give it to. This agent wants to work veterans, but has no idea. They've only worked like final expense and IUL. And they're like, yo, if I had just this one segment, Mark, you got the floor to explain to them everything they need to know about working veteran leads from like phone intro, the mindset of that, all the way to the close. I want to let you take the floor for a few minutes, bro. Like, just take them through a master class of like, this is how you successfully run veterans in general.
Yeah, I mean, number one, definitely like just knowing what a veteran is, right? It's like they served our country and giving them the respect for that first and foremost. And then second is like understand what they had to go through, right? They're being told every day, get down, do 10 push-ups. So I tell them, get up and go grab me a pen and paper, right? I'm not asking, I'm in control. I'm the sergeant, you're the whatever. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you're the new recruit, the new military guy, And in that regards, I'm definitely having to come off with way more control and understanding that they're used to being told what to do. And I feel like that's what a lot of new agents don't understand. It's like they just think that, hey, yeah, can you go grab that pen and paper for me? No, yes, sir. So go grab that pen and paper for me. It's just off rip. Like soon as they answer the phone, just first solidifying my professionalism so they understand that I'm a professional and for them to listen to me. And that kind of brings up a little point that I was thinking about is with high intent leads, there's more leverage, more ammo as well given, right? Branch of service, what they literally want this to protect, right? A lot of age leads, it's not as, as much ammo. So that's another thing I do like about high intent. But to go back into like, the veteran masterclass, essentially it's just like a, crash course real quick. It's like one, just knowing that they're used to being told what to do. So just having control as soon as you get into the phone call. Number two, they're used to, protecting our world or serving our country. So creating a problem with their family and just using that as well to like, hey, you need to also protect your family in this way as well, if that makes sense. But I think really the main difference is just having control with it in the intro and just and just having conviction in your tone in the beginning, if that makes sense. Because it's definitely all about the introduction. If you don't come off strong enough and in control enough in the introduction as a vet, like running vet leads, they're just going to take advantage of you and tell you no,
Yeah.
since just straight up. Like you just gotta be blunt with them. Literally, it's like, and you could say some crazy stuff to them. Like you can only imagine the stuff that I say, and like, but they're laughing and they're saying the crazy stuff back to me. I'm not being disrespectful or nothing like that. It's just like, hey, sir, like, let's just be honest with ourselves. Like, you're gonna die, and this is gonna protect your wife, kids, family, this or that. And this is why we need to get this in place today, sir. Right? You're only one doctor visit of being medically uninsurable, right? Or one doctor visit from being medically uninsurable. So we need to get this in place today, sir. Okay. All right, perfect. And your account number, like it's that. I know I'm in control. I'm the professional. That's how I feel.
Right, right. And can you walk? There's some agents that ask me like, what makes a veteran lead different in terms of like, they'll see if they're disabled and the benefits that they get and the money. Can you walk somebody through that part too? Meaning like all they've ran is final expense, so they don't know like, well, why are veterans a good lead to run? Why do you prefer to do veterans over final expense? Like, imagine I'm an idiot and I don't understand it. Like, what would your answer to them be in terms of like what makes dialing a veteran lead from a compensation standpoint also better? What does that look like?
They got money for sure, short and sweet. Honestly, like they do have money, and they're willing to spend the money to protect their family if it's for a good reason, right? It's not like they're just gonna spend this money for anything. But like literally, I have veterans telling me, "Yeah, I get $10,000 disability a month, and this is how I see how I need to spend it." Like literally, like they're telling me that they just want to spend as much as they can for this, and they'll ask me, "How much coverage can I get?" And I'll get them approved. Try my best to get them approved, and if I can't, this is the minimum or maximum that you are able to get, sir. But one thing I do got to say about Lead Labs vets, they definitely spend money for sure. Like all my biggest deals come from Lead Lab high intense for sure.